Mohammed, how's it going, buddy? Alrighty. We are live. Hope you guys are ready to tune in, watch Portugal versus Congo. Here we go. Team's just in the tunnel, walking out. Look, I had to go live because so many of you enjoyed the last stream that we did. I had to come back and do another one. Also, look, Ronaldo's on screen. He's playing at the World Cup. You can't miss it, can you? You can't miss it. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Look at that. 5 officials walk out of the World Cup, which is mad. That is mad. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hey, hey, everybody. Lewis says he can't hear me. You sure, Lewis? Tell me. Can't hear me on TikTok? Is that right? Can't hear me? Okay. Okay, I've ended that. Sounds fine on YouTube. Doesn't work on TikTok. That's all good. Look, YouTube's where I want to be at anyway, so bear with me a second while I fix that. Not a problem. Not a problem. Would you rather ref Ronaldo or Messi, do you reckon? You know what, Will? I'm not picky. I'll be honest with you, mate. I am not picky. I'll referee either of them. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. But in all seriousness, I would rather referee in the US than I would go ref in Saudi. I'd rather ref in the MLS than the Saudi League. So maybe that's Messi. Michael, we are not going to see the match. No, it's not allowed, unfortunately. FIFA have got the copyright, so it's not doable. So we're basically just going to talk through decisions as they happen, general referee chit chat, so you can have me alongside your main screen if you want to. But if you've only got one, don't worry, I won't be offended if you go somewhere else. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, national anthems. I've always wondered if all countries, do they all have words in their national anthems, or do some just have music? Will, am I going to referee abroad again this summer? I'm not this summer, no. But hopefully again in the future. Yeah, hopefully again in the future. Yeah. Score predictions. Score predictions. 0-0. I'm going to say it. 0-0. Reason being, the Congo can defend. The Congo can defend. They're so determined at the back. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 0-0 here, which hopefully means it'll be 4-2 because I'm always wrong. Always, without fail. So hopefully it'll be about 4-2. Tyler. Hi, Eric. First ignore Tyler. That's not my name. It's Chris. Okay. No worries. You got back into reffing. Unbelievable. Mate, welcome back. Welcome back. We're very, very happy to have you. Very happy to have you. I'm getting little sparkles in my ear, but I don't know what it's for. Is someone doing something? I'm so new to this. I've got so much to learn. Spain, no words. There we go. Anthony Taylor at 3 a.m. Yes, he is reffing at 3 a.m, but I will not be watching. However, Michael, Oliver, Stuber and James Mainwaring are refereeing on Saturday, I believe. Sweden, Netherlands. So that's a great game. That's a great game. Borna, how are we, son? I'll see you in a couple hours. Ready for the game? Would you ever do something with the FAEG, like a conference or something along those lines? Potentially, yeah. If they wanted me to, I'd be more than up for working alongside the FA for some stuff. I've actually, if you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, then I got a big announcement on Sunday, so you'll see that there. You'll see that there. Spain, Kosovo, San Marino, Bosnia do not have lyrics, apparently. There you go. There you go. Your opinion on the pen last night. If he gives it VAR, defo confirm it, but still not 100%. Others are split as well. Are we talking about Mbappe? If we're talking about Mbappe, I think it's a penalty. Just got to recommend your videos this week. You've got this hockey-loving American interested in watching the Premier League. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've roped you into it because the Premier League can sometimes be a tough watch. So apologies, I've got you watching it. It also means you'll be up at 6 a.m. watching football instead of us being up at 6 a.m. watching football. Chris says, I'm local to you, nearly did a game at Cheltenham with you towards the end of last season. Ah, no. Gutted, mate. Gutted. Yeah, hopefully we'll do a game soon. Was that at the stadium, the one that was meant to be at Wadham Road, or the World of Smile, whatever it's called these days? Yeah, it was a gutted. I had to pull off that, to be honest, mate. I was a bit gutted about that, but it is what it is. DR Congo have a high stat for fouls per game. How does that factor into the rest pre-game prep? Well, they'll be clued up on all that. And what I was saying before you jumped in, Jack, was that I actually think it could be 0-0 because Congo are so drilled at the back and they love to defend. So it'll be interesting because the ref will have to take up different position if there's a lot of attacking be defending. And he'll probably try and intervene early with fouls and have a word with players. But it's we don't see yellows for persistent fouling often, but maybe we'll see some tonight. And that's an interesting topic all in itself because there's no set number of fouls for persistent fouls, so it can be all sorts. Saturday 6 p.m. UK time. Yeah, exactly. Asayan, referee from Wales. Nice to see you, dude. Thanks for jumping in. I normally love when refs reject VAR, but yeah, that was a pen. Yeah, it was not. For me, it was not the one to hold your guns on. Unfortunately, yeah, I think it was incorrect. But the thing is, sometimes the referee, when you see something, you can't unsee it. I can understand how you can make the decision he's made. Once you see it, it's very hard to unsee something. But on reflection, I think he'll probably acknowledge that it should have been a penalty. Yeah, I'm so ready for the England game. Chris, come on, mate. Welcome to the members. Basically, Chris, what that means is you're going to get early access to videos. Okay, we release videos to members earlier. On top of that, there will be some members only content from the start of next season once we've got a bit more content coming in. And then, equally, it means you get to vote early on my decisions before they go out in the main videos. And we're going to track that for the whole season and see my percentage accuracy on key match incidents. So that should be, you'd be part of that. So yeah, thank you very much for supporting, mate. I appreciate it. With a huge mismatch in ability, I expect a tightly called match. Yeah, I would agree with that. What we're saying about the Messi foul, by the way, to be honest, it didn't look good, did it? It didn't look good. Is there enough force for a red? I don't know, but it certainly doesn't look good. Score predictions for England, Croatia. England 4-0. 100% England 4-0. I'm saying nothing else. Nothing else. Yeah, I can see why people think it's SFP. I mean, studs on the back of the Achilles, full contact. It's not great, is it? Not great. Yeah, so, but Messi, you know, it's, I can't say it. It's Messi, isn't it? What do you think about the broadcast cut into the VAR room before the game? Looks funny. It does look funny. And that poor Aussie ref got absolutely lambasted, didn't he, for making the little sign. Obviously means something different country to country, which I'm sure he didn't know, which is a bit devastating for him. Doesn't look ideal. What did you like more, Cyprus or the US? Cyprus, for sure. Don't get me wrong, I love the US. I used to live there. I used to play football there. I've got a lot of time for certain areas of the US. Really like the country. But Cyprus was just, yeah, Cyprus was lovely. Cyprus was really lovely. Looks much worse in slow-mo than in real time. And that's the thing, right? Well, here we go. 5 seconds to kick off. 4, 3, 2, 1... Now, apologies, guys. You've probably already kicked off. I will be a tiny bit behind. But yeah, enjoy. enjoy. Yeah. If you want to follow along with the score, etc., and you're not able to watch, you should see it at the top here. That's Nick, by the way. Nick's behind the scenes doing that. So if it messes up, don't blame me. You can blame Nick. All right? Blame Nick. The low intensity of the initial contact followed by the player falling. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point, Baddy. It's like, that's the argument for saying there's not enough force, right? It's not excessive force, but it can still endanger the safety of the opponent without being excessive force, right? But that's their judgment. That's their judgment in the moment. I don't mind the stadium countdowns either. I don't mind it. And in reality, it doesn't really mean anything because it's up to the ref, isn't it? It's up to the ref. Where were you at in the US? I was in Boston, in Massachusetts. It's all Nick's fault. Exactly, Jack. It's all Nick's fault. Exactly, mate. Couldn't be clearer. Here we go. Look, we already... What you were saying, Jack, if you look, they're set up as a 5-2-3, the Congo. You should be able to see it pretty clearly on screen. And the ref will probably try and stay in between the line of that back five and the midfield. I was actually at an event last night. Was it Monday night? Monday night. Training event. And that was exactly what the referee coaches were saying, that when you've got play being played in one direction, you want to try and stay in between the lines. So that you can move forwards, move backwards, and you're not going to be in the way of anyone receiving a pass, right? You're not going to be on anyone's toes, or you're not going to be on their backside when they're turning. So when Portugal have got that ball kind of on their halfway line, edge of the centre circle, you're probably going to see the referee set up between the back five and that middle two, middle three, depending on how they set up. But it's already, set up for attack v defence, isn't it? They'll have that front three pressing, which will be interesting though. There's always chance for quick turnovers, and that's always the danger as the referee is being that quick turnover. It can get away from you pretty quick. I'll be back shortly. Just changed my name. There he is. Come on, Chris. Proper good stuff, mate. I went to Cyprus and it was lovely, and I went to an APOL game. Very nice. Yeah, very very cool. I refereed their youth team during the tournament, APOL FC. They were the first game, I believe. Was it? Was it APOL versus Davtashin? Can't remember. It might have been. Might have been. Yeah, you can go and watch it if you want. Elite Neon Cup. Mic'd up. Good video, actually. It was the first video we did abroad. And we get our first foul of the game. There we go. First foul of the game. Nick, I keep getting an alert in my ears, but I can't see anything on screen. I'm worried I'm missing something. In this World Cup, I've noticed referees getting in the way quite a bit. Is this something you've seen as well, or have I just been watching at bad times? I'm sure the referees have got in the way. It can be hard to predict play at international level, especially. Reason being is you imagine that you referee in your domestic league, right? Let's say you referee in England, or you referee in Spain, or you referee in Italy, or wherever it may be. And teams, for the most part, have a similar style of play. Then you go and referee international football, and you've got countries that are going to have a completely different, I guess, ethos or DNA of playing football. Ronaldo just looks so good on the ball, doesn't he? There's just like, every time he gets it, I think he's going to do something special, and he probably won't. But you still believe it. You still believe it. Ball's been played out wide. See, you're going to see here again, right? So now that ball's playing backwards to Portugal. You'll see the referee kind of holding in between the lines. But it's interesting now because now it almost looks like they're set up as like a 5-1-3-1 in terms of defence. You're going to have that player in the middle. I don't know who that is. He's got the almost like he's got a lot of hair in the middle. He's kind of sat right in between the back five. So ref's going to have to move more wide because he's going to be in that pocket that he would have usually would have been sat in. But yes, yeah, refs can get in the way. It happens, and it's something that they obviously are going to have to try and work on throughout a tournament, getting out the way. But unfortunately, sometimes teams play unexpected passes, do things that you didn't expect, and it can catch you off guard as an official for sure. Charlie's from Ireland, lovely jubbly. exactly, Jack. Yeah, if he's got to drop between the lines, exactly. It just becomes super, super congested. It's really hard. So you see, like where the referee is now, it's like he's almost sat in like that number 10 role, and it can be difficult. Ball comes in. That is a great header. Easy. Just like that. What they say, could be 0-0. I'm always wrong. That means we're in for an absolute banger of a game. Absolute banger of a game. This is the thing, like you can set up to defend. Not a problem, setting up to defend. But you've got to be perfect. Because when you're playing against teams that have got goals in them, you kind of have to take it to them. Do you know what I mean? You've got to. You've got to. Never shot on target. They're never in doubt. Never in doubt. That's a great header. Really, really good header, that. Loves that. Gets in front of the man. It's a bit of a lost art, heading and slide tackling. I don't think we see enough of it. Obviously, Arsenal did a lot of it last season, set pieces. But heading, slide tackling, something that's kind of leaving the game a little bit. I want to see more of it back. Get it in the box, fight for it, you know? Reed Danny, thanks Eric. I love your videos. Having been a ref in the States when I was a youth, seeing you go through your journey has been fantastic. Good luck in your career change. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. It's been a strange one, I'll tell you that. It's been a strange one making the videos every day. We've been working hard over the last couple of days for this weekend's video, actually. We yeah, you're in for a good one. Should be good fun to watch. Should be good fun to watch. Last time Congo were in the World Cup, it was 1974, and they were still called Zaire. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I guess that's part of the beauty of the tournament being extended. All right, we're going to see teams that we've never really seen before. It's good. I mean, you know, we saw it with Cape Verde, a great result. I can never pronounce them. Curacao. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Apologies. Just seeing the elation of them scoring a goal and conceding 7, even though they conceded 7, is just, yeah, it's very cool. It's kind of the magic of the World Cup, right? Magic of the World Cup. Here we go, though. We've got Congo having, I won't say a spell. That's probably extreme, but they're in the other third of the pitch. So that's always positive. But we've had to give a throw in against Congo here. Have you got many friendlies booked into referee? I haven't. No, not yet. I've got two booked in so far. Yeah, two booked in so far. What's the best game of the World Cup so far, do you reckon? Honestly, I loved the first one that we streamed, Mexico, South Africa. I thought it was a great game. 3 red cards, which was insane. I thought it was a great game, yeah, personally. Love the expanded World Cup. Yeah, it's nice seeing different nations. And to be fair, I don't know if any of you watched The Overlap, which is a podcast with Gary Neville, Ian Wright, Roy Keane, Jamie Carragher, Jill Scott. They had Harry Maguire on, and he said extend it even further. Extend it another 16 teams, but then only put the top 2 through in each group. Because then it makes the group games matter a little more, which is interesting. I think that's too many teams, but it's a good point about teams in third going through the group. Referee letting the play go there. The foul on Portugal, we don't mind to see it. But here you go again. You're going to see the referee dropping between those 2 lines. Yeah, taking up a real nice position there. Second, seeing Caraco is pronounced as an S. Carasso. There we go. Thank you very much. When's the next video? Nathan, for members, it'll be out probably tomorrow night or Friday morning. No promises. We do have to get authorization from the PGMO, so might take a little while, but hopefully not. And then to non-members, it'll be out on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Michael says he just found the channel and loves the content. Are you planning on refereeing the USA? Again, yes, I do. I do plan on coming back for a different tournament next time. But yeah, we do plan on coming back and making some more content there. Thoughts on a late first half and end of game goals this World Cup? Seems like defence is just hoping to run out the clock and fall asleep on last minute attack. Congo pushing forward here. I forget Wan-Bissaka's playing. This is also a great player. Oh, just wide. Great effort. You forget Congo have some good players, man. Like they're not just a nothing nation. They have some good players. Really good players. Congo showing a little bit, Jack. Exactly. Congo with some spice. They got a little bit. But yeah, Wesley, on the late goals, it's super common. I believe if you look at the stats, most goals are scored late in halves or early in halves. And it's actually the same with referee errors. Most referee errors are made at the end of the first half, the start of the second half, and the end of the second half. Because they're the kind of moments where it really matters and pressure rises and players make more mistakes and referees make more mistakes. So it's common to see goals and errors from officials late in games. Really common. Or late in halves even, not even games. Will says, what's the biggest thing that's helped you when you started doing open age games, going into it in Jan when old enough? To be honest, when I started out in open age, I didn't really do much kids football. Biggest thing I found is being confident. Okay, you're going to be out there, especially if you're doing men's football, you're going to be out there with a lot of blokes that all want to be that alpha male on the pitch. And unfortunately, not everybody can be an alpha male. That doesn't mean you have to walk around, acting a big I am and chest out, but just be confident. Have this humility to say, look, lads, I didn't know. I wasn't sure. I might not have got it right. And I find that goes a long way with players, a lot more than I thought it would when I started, that's for sure. Again, looks like Congo don't have much desire to really press. They are kind of pressing, but not a ton. But we get a free kick there on the press. And we're going to have a yellow card for a reckless tackle. It didn't look good. And look, here we go. So Ronaldo's coming in asking for the first foul. But reckless tackle is irrelevant. Doesn't matter if it's your first foul or your third foul. A reckless tackle is a reckless tackle. And that kind of, yeah, that's definitely a yellow card. I mean, look, he's left the ground. He's caught him just above the ankle. It's definitely a yellow card for me. That's clear reckless play in my opinion. He's not really in control of his body. There's not excessive force. It doesn't endanger the safety of the opponent. But that's one of those, again, where if you showed a freeze frame, if you're in the air and then the contact, that would not look good. But the ref's absolutely bang on. That's a yellow card, reckless play, for sure. Do you find it better to referee youth or adults? Adults, for sure. I feel more comfortable there. I feel more natural. Congo, big deflection. We get a corner. Here we go. So we'll see how they set up for a corner here. Let's have a little look after the replay. It's good to see Congo have a bit of a spell here. We could have a little game on our hands. Thing is, once you go 1-0 down, you've kind of got to then take it back to them. So it might be a good thing. Might be a good thing for the game. So we'll have a look at the corner here. Referees starting out in a pretty standard position, but you'll see we've got a lot of bunching just to the left of the penalty spot. So the ref's going to adjust his view, come round to the right a little bit more to get an angle on this tussling, holding. Congo player breaks the microphone. Nick will be absolutely devastated. And it's rare you'll see a referee take up this central position, but given the way they've set up, it makes sense to do so. And now we've got a counter. Any foul here is going to be a yellow card. That is a great challenge. We did have some off the ball on the far side, but yeah, don't really have any impact on the game, does it? As a ref, what's your perspective on managing the late game as players get tired and sloppy with challenges? Do you slow it down with cards, more talking tos? Because, sorry, I was reading 2 questions in one there. What's my perspective on managing the late game? It depends. There's so much into it. It depends on the scoreline, depends on how many cards you've given out, all sorts. Ultimately, I try and not treat it as differently as I do during the game, depending on the scoreline. It's a hard question to answer, Wesley. Sorry, I don't have a better answer for you. Eric, why that Bernardo challenge was not checked? Because it didn't meet the threshold of a red card, in my opinion, and probably in the opinion of the VAR. What we have to remember here as well is that when a referee gives a yellow card, he's relaying what that on-field decision is back to VAR. So obviously I don't speak Arabic. I know the officials are from Qatar, so all lip read, so I can't tell you what he said. However, my guess is he's described the challenge exactly how he saw it, and in his opinion, there's not enough force for it to be a red card. It would just be a yellow card. And if that's the case, then there's no need for VAR to intervene here, because there's not clearly enough force for a red card if that's what the referee thinks. I hope that makes sense. If the referee would have said yellow card, I think he's just caught him on the top of the foot, right? Like on his toes or whatever. Then they might say, actually, that might not quite be exactly how we saw it. And then that could be enough for like a review. But if he's described what he's seen and he believes it's not enough force, then there's just no need to check it. Just no need to check it. But as Will said, it's probably a classic orange card. And there is probably an element of he's lucky, not lucky, but it's favourable to him that it's the first foul of the game, and that the Congo player really didn't make a meal of it, right? He got up quite quick. He wasn't rolling around screaming, and that all helps, because it obviously didn't endanger the safety of the opponent or use excessive force, because the player was absolutely, he was absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Oof. It's like Ronaldo going for a bicycle kick. Can't help it. You know what, if I can still do a bicycle kick in my 40s, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be ecstatic. Yeah, it's true. I probably wouldn't be able to do a bicycle kick now. It's a good point. Good point. Again, you'll see now that Congo go forward, the ref's in between the lines with Portugal as well. So he does adapt some nice positions here. Something I can learn from, definitely. Something I can learn from. Eric, I'm playing FIFA right now. What team shall I do? Cheltenham Town. Be the Robins, Josh. Come on, be the Robins. Jack is class up. Here we go. Oh, that's a great tackle. Oh, wowzers. I'm class at bicycle kicks. Jack is notoriously brilliant at bicycle kicks. Back, I'm going to tell you all the story. Actually, wait. Jack, can I tell the story first? I'll ask for permission first, but can I tell the story? Put in the chat if you want to hear the story about Jack doing a bicycle kick. Put some Y's in the chat. Yes, Y, whatever you want. Let us know. It's a great story, I'll tell you that. That is great tackle from the defender, by the way. Here we go. So, we were once watching England versus Panama or Tunisia. I can't remember. Maybe 2 World Cups ago. So it would have been 2016 World Cup. If you remember, Harry Kane scored a header late in the game. And I think it put us 2-1 up, if I remember correctly. So, with the elation of winning 2-1 and enjoying the game as young lads, England fans, we head down to our local park and we start to play one touch, one bounce, what we call red ass here in England. And so Jack, who is about, 6'2", don't know how much he weighed at the time, but Jack's not small, right? He's an ex-rugby player, ex-football player, right? Got some strength. Decides to leap in the air and attempt a bicycle kick whilst I'm in goal. As he comes down, he lands on his arm and breaks it and dislocates it, right? He's stuck on the floor for about an hour waiting for the ambulance to come. It was majestic. They put him on gas and air. I was sat in A&E till 4 in the morning. I could hear him screaming from 3 rooms away because the nurse was trying to pull his arm back into place. Oh, it was majestic. Honestly, majestic. I do actually have a video still saved on my phone of the moment, which is special. Yeah, Jack thinks he scored. That's what we told him. Not quite the truth. But it did make him feel better in the moment. But yeah, it was not... it was hilarious. It was not pretty. Poor guy. Still got a massive scar on his arm to this day, actually, haven't you? All the way down there. War wounds. Anyway, back to the footy, I say. So 1-0, 20 minutes in. I've only had one yellow card so far, which was nailed on, by the way. Absolutely nailed on. If you ref a football team in League Two, what team will it be? If I could ref any team, I'd like to ref Cheltenham, because I was a mascot, I was a fan, played in the youth team. I would love to referee Cheltenham Town, but for that reason, I probably won't be able to ref Cheltenham Town. Maybe in a pre-season game or something like that, if I get high enough that I can ref them in pre-season, I'd definitely like to do that. I'd love to ref at Wadham Road. Has there ever been any referees who started at the age of 30? I'm sure there's been plenty. I'm sure there's been plenty. Referees at the top level that started at 30? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it a little bit more. But I always say it's never too late. If you're good enough, then so be it. You'll progress, that's for sure. What's the gig with team sheets at lower levels? Are you just given them before and take a photo of it, or what? Yeah, in my league, you have to be given the team sheet at least 1 minute before kickoff, so you don't really have time to note it all down in your notebook. So what I do, is I take a picture. I just put them in my kit bag and then take a picture after the game. I just take names and numbers, or just numbers if I know the lads for the game. Back to the attack v defence for Portugal here. Referee adopting that position between the lines again, and instead of a back five, the Congo have switched to a back six. So they're now going 6-2-2 when they're defending. Reason for that is Portugal are having their wingers out on the touchline. You'll see the wingers right out on the touchline, and so they're opting to push those wing backs back with a back four with them. What are your thoughts on VAR being to negate a corner but can't give one? Yeah, I understand the premise. I'm just worried we're getting into like re-refereeing the game, you know? It's just a lot. I get it though, you don't want a goal scored from a corner that should have been a goal kick. I totally understand that. But you also don't want a goal scored from a foul that's given incorrectly on the halfway line. They lump it in the box and it can happen and you can't reverse that. I just think like what... And also the fact that it can only be done if it doesn't delay the restart means that not every team is going to be treated the same with it, depending on the situation. So it's not like every corner that's incorrectly given is going to get overturned. So yeah, I'm unsure about it, to be honest with you. Good enough and fit enough, exactly. Reading. Yeah, I know Reading very well. I mean, they were a Premier League side back in the day, weren't they? And there we are, first hydration break. That is absolutely flown by, hasn't it? First half of the first half over. Unrelated question. Would you consider refereeing a charity match in Suffolk? Yeah, depends on the charity and depends who's playing and the day and the time. But yeah, I would absolutely consider it. Not too far away. Reckon Congo coming forward the way they have is making Portugal hang on to the ball a bit tighter, game slowed down a bit. Yeah, exactly. It's true. It's true. The thing is as well, once you're on the up, you don't have to push as much, do you? So you're not really like chasing that first goal. They just want to hang out and pass around in 5v3s at the back. I'm sure Portugal will be confident to do that as much as they want. Baddy says he was critical of this when he read it, but in all fairness, implementation of it in the World Cup has been quite good. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. That's good. In fairness, in transparency, I haven't watched all of the games in full. The only games I watched in full were France and Mexico, South Africa that we streamed, and then this one. They're the only games I will have watched in full. So you haven't seen it a lot on the... Obviously, you don't see it on the highlights. End of first quarter, yeah. How am I best to contact you regarding this? Send me a message on Instagram, mate, or email me at eric@behindthewhistle.co.uk. Nathan, would I have given the pen in the France game? I don't know if I'd have been quick enough to be in position and see it, Nathan, to be honest with you. However, if I was the VAR ref, I'd have done exactly what the VAR ref did. That's, yeah. But it's so hard to articulate how fast the game is compared to what we see on TV. Like, it's so unbelievably quick. Cookie, hey, I've recently come across your channel and have made me the ambition to become a ref after finishing uni. I'm missing football, but not ambitious enough to get back into it after uni. Look, all of us have the day where the playing stops, unfortunately. Okay, we all have to stop eventually. And reffing is a brilliant way to get back into the game. Also, I would say to you, why wait till you finish uni, right? You're at uni, you're gonna need a bit of money, aren't you, to do the things you enjoy doing. So why not start refereeing? Take the course, start refereeing now. And then you can get some cash for the weekends. Do it now, no need to wait, no need to wait. Did they stop the throwing countdown? No, still got it. Still got it. How come the hydration break doesn't stop the clock? We don't have a stop clock in football, which is interesting because I know a lot of people that think that football should have a stop clock, but I, for one, think it's a terrible idea. Yes, we don't have stop clocks in football. That's my only answer. I don't know why we don't have them, because the referee is the sole timekeeper, I guess is the real reason. In law, that's what it says, that the referee is the sole timekeeper. So by giving a clock to a third party to start and stop would be against the laws. Yeah, there you go. Everyone's saying, got a ref at uni, bit of extra money. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Exactly, Jonathan. Yeah, in football, we do added time. But that's why, if you want to answer like philosophically why we don't have a stop clock, I don't know. I think because football's a game of flow. And people don't want the flow interrupted all the time. But the law answer would be the referee is the sole timekeeper, so the clock doesn't stop. They decide how much is added on and when it ends. Hi mate, how's it going? Thoughts on level 4s not receiving their match kit at start of promotion season? I think it is what it is. I think if you mandate what people have to wear, then you should provide it. If it's not mandated, then people can wear what they want, which is, I think, is exactly what's happened. So, and I'll be honest, I went to the roadshow event that they put on for level 4s and 3s on Monday night, and it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I did look offside. Corner. So, how far are you from being a League 2 ref? A long way. To be honest, a long way. I would need to get promoted, then promoted again, and then promoted again. This fullback on this near side was playing me on by quite a lot. There's no official timekeeping football, exactly. Golden ball prediction. What's that? Sorry, what's the golden ball prediction? Someone let me know. Oh, golden ball. Is that like golden boot? Is that, or golden ball, is that player of the tournament? Let me know. How does extra time get decided and communicated? So Matt, typically at this level, the 4th official will keep tabs on added time, and they'll be communicating with the referee on how much added time to add on to the end of the half. At the lower levels, like my level, you just do it yourself. I use an app called Ref6, and when you have a stoppage in play, let's say an injury, you tap your clock, and it will start a second clock that's adding up time. And then when I click it, it ends. And then at the end of 45, that second timer will start to go. I hope that makes sense. Ball equals best player. Thank you, Jack. Well, I think after a hat-trick, Messi's got a real good shot of doing it again. I'd say again, I don't know if he even won it another time, but I think he's got a good shot of doing it. That's for sure, especially with it being, you know, they're defending champions. If they go a long way and he bags 9-12 goals, it'd be absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. Wesley says, I've still got young kids in rec soccer, but I'll be picking up some club money once they age out. Yes, come on, do it. Do it. The Cozy Platypus, welcome to the KMI panel. You absolute legend. Thanks for joining, and very grateful to have you. And hopefully we'll have some great decisions for you to review once the season or pre-season starts in a couple of weeks. I left a comment on your USA video before realising the reason you can't do live commentary is because the league you ref in doesn't allow it. Yeah, exactly, Sebastian. So under the laws of the game, you're not allowed to wear any other electronic equipment other than what's compulsory for a referee. So you can't wear a mic, you can't wear a camera. So I'm only able to do that under games that are not sanctioned. So like these tournaments abroad, like charity matches, etc. Are you planning on doing more charity matches? Yeah, I am. Yeah. So the game's really slowed down, hasn't it? Game's really slowed down here. We've got Portugal just having a lot of the ball. The intensity's kind of dropped a little bit. Congo are pressing, but it's like, it's not with a ton of intent. We have a little foul there though inside the box on the press. But that's good. That's kind of what you want to see, a bit of intent on the press, right? Get people up with you, hunting packs. That's how you want to be doing it if you want to turn the ball over. But you'll notice that the referee doesn't really he doesn't really think there's any danger because he's still staying deep on the position. So although there's a slight press, he's not pressing in, so you can tell that he doesn't feel like there's much danger there. Oh, we've got someone holding his throat. And we've got our second yellow card of the game. He looks like he's in a bit of disbelief. I'll have to see it again. Oh, honestly, I couldn't see that in real time on screen. I had no idea what happened. I'm guessing if he's holding his net, that's not a yellow card for me. I think both. Yeah, I mean, the Portugal player, in my opinion, is not even challenging for the ball. I don't personally think that's a yellow card, but I can see why it's given. But to me, it looks like the Portugal player actually jumped into the Congo player. Yeah, I don't think that's right, but understandable why it's given. Understandable. Are the fourth officials often refs from top leagues around the world? All the fourth officials are also referees. Yeah, exactly, Nathan. All the fourth officials are referees because if the referee gets injured, then the fourth official is the one who takes their place. Have you had any pushback from the FA about doing what you do? No, none. None at all. Are you reacting to the England game? I'm not. I'm going to go watch it with my mates tonight. I don't think I'd be able to give an honest, unbiased analysis of watching an England game, so it's probably best that I don't stream it. That's for sure. Yeah, no, I don't think we have a foul for that either, personally. Austin, I don't know my exact schedule. For these earlier rounds, it's probably going to be a bit more ad hoc, but we're certainly going to ramp it up as we get closer to the end of the tournament. So through these group stage games, it's going to be a bit of a pick and choose depending on schedule. There's a lot going on at the minute with refereeing and making the content, etc. But as we get to the later stages of this tournament, we'll probably be dialing down the schedule a little bit more. And I'll be sure to post it to let you guys know. Absolutely. The arm is almost on his side and he jumps up higher than the opponent. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. I think the Portugal player jumped into him, personally. Did you know that you're 50k views away from 5 million total views on the channel? I didn't know that. No, so thanks for letting me know. What I do know, though, is that we've had over 1 million views in the last month, which has been insane. Insane. Big press from Congo there. Portugal got a bit lucky, didn't they? I think the referee's he squeezed in a little bit there. He's sensing the danger a bit more now. Everyone thanks prediction, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, like it. If you're not liking it, tell me why you don't like it, and that way we can improve them. Well, one back there, that'd be Congo ball. Yes, no, that was Congo throwing. That's Hugo got the referee cam here. It's such a good addition, isn't it? It's such a good addition to the laws of the game. If only we could use our own, but we can't. So it's more protected, isn't it, for the broadcast rather than grassroots refereeing. But it is what it is. Prediction for the final, Turpin. Yeah, I don't know. I got to back my own here. You know what, Jack? I thought I saw the flag come this way in that far side of the screen, but I couldn't be sure. I absolutely love the ref cam. I wish it was higher quality though. Yeah, the problem is trying to get a high quality camera at the size of the camera that those guys wear and have a live feed is no small feat. I'm sure someone will come up with one, but I think it's absolutely unbelievable. Jonathan said, I've gotten down the rabbit hole of your videos last month or so. I'm enjoying the journey and glad to see you advancing and seemingly doing well. What level do you realistically expect to achieve? Realistically or non-realistic? Realistically. Look, Jonathan, or John, if you don't mind calling you John, I'll be honest, I am a bit of a delusionist when it comes to these things. I genuinely believe that I'm still able to reach the Premier League. I really do. Realistically, I really think Football League, the professional game, is attainable. I do. Whether I'll ever get there, who knows? That's all part of this journey. But yeah, I still believe that I can go all the way. I think if you're good enough, you can get there. You can get there. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that disagree with that. But that's okay. That's okay. Would love to see that. Yeah, you and me both. Ref must have overruled it. How common is that? You don't want it to be common at all. In an ideal world, you would never ever cross over with your assistant referee. It just it doesn't look good and it causes confusion. So in an ideal world, Jack, you would never ever do it. Yeah. When I was in the US, if you've not watched that video, it happened with me and my AR, first decision of the weekend. He gave handball when I said no, and it causes carnage. You just don't want it to happen. You really don't want it to happen. I'm confident you can reach that. You've got the charisma and drive to become the Premier League ref. We'd all love to see you achieve that. I appreciate it. Portugal on the attack. Oh, it's good defending. Good defending. Given away on the edge of the box though. These situations, this is where it's so hard for the referee, because like you can just become so in the way so easily. But then if he adopts a position behind the forwards, then you've got a long way into that box if it gets crossed in. So he's in a good spot here, but you're constantly doing this, like backing up and trying not to be in the way of any passing lane. Looks like the Congo player must have won the ball there, and we've got a Congo on the counter. If they can release, they've got little 4v4. That's a bit slow. Bit slow. The journey matters more than the destination. Absolutely. And do you know what I've realised about doing the channel as well is that it's way more important than me. You know, like I went to this event last weekend, which is the video that's coming out on Sunday. And I was really like blown away by how many lads had come up to me and said they watched the videos and it had helped them with refereeing and all this sort of stuff. And you kind of realise like the channel's, it is about me, but it's not really about me. What it's about is people seeing football from a different perspective, learning new things about the game, maybe even encouraging them to get involved in a way they didn't think they could. It's it's a bit more than my journey, really, when I really think about it. What are my thoughts on the first South Africa red card? Yeah, Wesley, I agree with you. I reluctantly agree with it. The attacker knows exactly what he's doing, but it's a foul, unfortunately. It's like when you're driving, right? If you drive into the back of someone, it's 99% of the time it's your fault. Doesn't matter if they slam the brakes for no reason or not. If you hit in the back of them, you're too close. So yeah, it's an unfortunate one. Little Hero says only one way to find out. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Shay says, enjoy spending 8 hours a day out of the house for a level 4 for the safety. Yeah, for real, mate. For real. We certainly have to put in the hours, don't we? We certainly have to put in the hours to get there. The US video, that kid kicking his teammate for not giving him the free kick. Yeah, that was really something. The ref saw it, which is why I didn't call the ref over, and he decided to not give anything. But Obviously, that was crazy, that. Absolutely crazy. Never seen that before. So what are we, 40 minutes in? What we had, two yellow cards, one each. One I think was absolutely bang on. One I thought was harsh, but I can see why it was given. Can see how it could look in real time. Portugal have just had so much of the ball. And since going 1-0 up, the game's really kind of slowed down. Assistant referee gives a foul there. So it's a good example of some teamwork. Number 20, excuse me, obviously doesn't think it's a foul. That's not the replay that we needed to see, but is what it is. But you'll see that the ball is in between the referee and the assistant referee has a much better view. So they'll be communicating that whole time, okay, if you see a foul in this position, you can give it, because it's in the assistant's what we call credible area. And when I say credible area, what I basically mean by that is an area on the pitch which the assistant referee can make decisions with a, oh, they lost the camera then, where the assistant referee can make decisions alongside the referee. So I'm going to draw something out and show you guys so you can see it. So you're going to have the AR there. So if you guys can see that. But let's say that that's the AR. You're going to have this zone here, which is like the credible area right here. So this is the area on the pitch where that AR is likely to make decisions with the referee, because it's close enough to them that they are in a credible position, a position that people would expect them to be able to make a decision from, which is exactly where that was. So that was ideal. When am I doing my fitness test? Sunday. Yeah, doing it on Sunday morning. Steve-O, hey man, how's it going? Love how you got into reffing and continued. Unfortunately, I was one of the refs that started at age 14 and a couple of years later stopped the journey. Oh, sorry to hear it, man. You ever thought about getting back into it? You ever thought about giving it another go? The thing is, man, like I've said this a lot. I don't know if I'd have cut it when I was 14. Don't know if I'd have stuck it out. I really don't think it would have been for me when I was 14, 15, 16. Incredibly difficult thing to do, especially managing parents. My word. I'm a lot more suited to it now that I'm older. And so, yeah. What are your thoughts? Do you think you'd ever give it a go again? Waxon says, I just found your channel and I love it. My dad is a referee in the US and does a lot of youth games. Your US tournament video was so good. Thanks, Waxon. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. Glad you enjoyed it. And tell your dad I said thank you for being a referee. We all appreciate it. Nearly a turnover there. Nearly a turnover at the back. We've seen that a couple of times now. It's been again a bit touchy with the Portugal back line with the ball. Also, US commentary in this World Cup is so bad. Been looking for a good watch along. Well, I'm hoping you've got one here. I know it's a bit more referee specific. However, hopefully I can provide a bit of a different perspective than the mainstream channels, that's for sure. Daniel, I'm good, man. How are you? Man, finding your channel has made me want to referee again. I started when I was 16 and by the time I was 18, I was doing state championship and high school games. Ivan, mate, you got to go again. You got to go again. Hey, you can get back there. You can get back there. Come on. Do it. Do it. I'm in my 40s now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. There's always a game that needs reffing. And I can guarantee you now, you can give a lot back to the game. Same for you, Steve-O. What's that? 80, 88. How old's that? What's that? 40, 30, 38. Quick maths, 38. That's nothing, Steve-O. Come on. Come on. Also, I read the other day that I think it's 7 or 8 out of 10 people over 30 will never sprint again. They'll never go into a full sprint again. I think that's horrifying. That's a horrifying level of like inactivity. So I would always urge anyone to get into it, even if it's just for the way of staying fit. No way, get up. Get up. Gone down like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, not a foul there for me. It's funny, I have the Belgian broadcast on the left and you on the right. No, I'm glad. I'm glad. Apologies, it's in different languages. If I could do a Belgian version, I would, but I can't. Is it Belgian? Is that even? It's not even a language. It's Flemish, isn't it? Is it Flemish? Dutch. So we've got 4 minutes added on. That first half, obviously a couple of minutes of that will be that hydration break. How long are they? 3 minutes, the hydration breaks? Just enough time for an advert or two. So yeah, only 1 additional minute on top of the hydration break. I was sprinting on my family vacation to get the room key to our cabin. Yeah, you got to lock in that. You got to lock in the good cabin, 100%. Oh, I still play Open Age Sat and Vets on the Steve, you're in the game then. You're in the game. To be honest, if I was still playing, I wouldn't referee. I wouldn't do both personally. So if you're still getting out and playing, brilliant for me. Yeah, it's this top tier, and you get the camaraderie of playing as well. So that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, Dutch or French. I probably shouldn't be shocked at that stat, but I am. Yeah, I was really, really surprised. I was really surprised. But then the more I think about it, the more I can see the truth in it, especially in some areas of the country and other countries. The only reason I know that, Cookie, is because in my first ever job after football, I used to sell to the Benelux. So my region of the world was Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg. So I did learn a tiny bit, but not enough that I would be confident enough to say it on stream. What's the worst decision so far? For me or for the World Cup? Yeah. On the hydration break, what are your thoughts on the conspiracy of the US who wanted it that way to make for ads? I don't know. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, to be honest with you. However, if you do it for one game, I can understand why they want to do it for all games for the fairness of the tournament. I totally understand that. But 3 minutes is a long time. It could, if it's a real hydration break, it can just be a minute. Like, it doesn't have to be 3 minutes long. Let's be honest. Congo on the attack here. They got an overload. 3v2, 4v3. Portugal have recovered really well though. But that is a great pass. Edge of the box. It's wide. Spooned it. Deflection. I take it back. Wasn't spooned. So. Corner. About 10 seconds ahead of me. Yeah, you will be. You will be a little bit ahead of me. It'll be coming to you a little later. Unfortunately, that's the closest we could get it from real time to your screen. World Cup and you. My worst decision. That's hard, you know. Let's see this corner and we'll chat about it at half time. Delivered in. Someone's gone down, but nothing's been given. That another corner? Yep. Another corner. Applied a bit of pressure. He's down injured though. What's happened here? I think he's caught him. Been caught. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not nice. Twisted his ankle. Not a nice one, that. Not a nice one. It's not, I mean, nothing to do with the player who made the challenge. It's one of those that it's just something that happens. But yeah, nasty one, that. Twisting your ankle's not nice. Not nice. We did discuss the Messi tackle earlier. It's an interesting one. I don't think people would be surprised if that was given as a red card. I don't think people would be surprised. How wonderful. Have you learned some Dutch or French along the way? Yes, French. French for sure. When I played football in Miami, I lived in a house with 7 French guys. Almost all of my teammates that were not American were French. So yeah, we had the same, we were part of Paris Saint-Germain team in France. So we had a lot of French players. We're into the end of added time. Oh my gosh, what a header. Wow. And there we go. There we go. The pressure from the corners. And Congo have equalised on the death of the first half. Wow, that is a massive goal for Congo. And look at the crowd. They absolutely love it. And so they should. That's a massive goal for their country. First time being in the World Cup in 50 years. Level with Portugal. Incredible. 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 Wow. That's massive. Before half time as well. And they're complaining about something. I don't know what they're complaining about. No idea what they're whinging about. Oh, it's just a free header. Like, who's let him go? It's just an absolute free header. All the time in the world. And take nothing away from the finish. It's a great header, but no one there to stop him. Referee in the perfect position. There's probably a great referee cam on that as well. Massive. Massive for Congo. Wow. Wow. African sides dancing and celebration is always great. That is true. It's true. They really know how to celebrate. That South Africa World Cup was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know what they could be complaining about. Maybe the time, because time went over, but it's natural to add a tiny bit on because that lad was injured. So, yeah, absolutely fine. 1-1 half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. Crazy. What a game for Wissa. A goal for Wissa, by the way. Wow. Was it Wissa that scored? I think it was. How can it be 0.11 expected goals for Congo when he's got a header 8 yards out? What? The expected goals stat is baffling to me. I really don't get it. Really don't understand it. Does Ronaldo have a especially small head or an especially thick neck? I only go with a thick neck. Is Scotland the only European team to keep a clean sheet so far? I have no idea. No idea. Well, so, stats. To be fair, that says it all really, doesn't it? Right? What we spoke about before the game. Congo are going to be so comfortable sitting back and absorbing Portugal. Maybe they have. Other than the goal, Portugal haven't really created a whole lot, right? They've had that shot, and then they had one that went wide. Fouls relatively even, and we've had 2 yellow cards, one which I thought was a little bit harsh, to be honest. But yeah, it's been an interesting half of football. Interesting half of football, that's for sure. No, Steve-O, it wasn't given for a free kick. It was a corner again. So they took the corner as normal. Hi, do you still play soccer or do you just stick to refereeing? I'm just refereeing now. Yeah, I'm old and washed up. I've got nothing left anymore in these legs. Or hands, should I say, seeing as I was a goalkeeper. But no, I just referee. Sometimes play a bit of five-a-side here and there, a couple times a year if I'm really feeling it. But no, I just referee now. Yeah, exactly. Congo definitely had their best chances. Definitely had the best chance of the game. It's good. I've never seen the movie Congo. I have no idea what that is, unfortunately. Apologies. What rule would you want in the UK from the World Cup? Well, Daniel, so just so it's clear for you and I guess everyone else here, because people may not know, is that all these new laws that you see at the World Cup are now applicable in all other football. So the throw-ins, the corners, countdowns, that's all part of football now. So we'll be doing that at the local parks. It's all part of football. Obviously, you can take away VAR. That's not applicable. But all these other laws that have been introduced are introduced everywhere. So that'll be in the Premier League. It'll be in La Liga. It'll be in the dog and duck football Sunday pub league. You know, it'll be everywhere. So yeah, football's really going to change. And I've got some learning to do before July 1st. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. What was the US your first overseas refereeing experience? No, I'd refereed at the Gothia Cup when I first started refereeing. back in 2024, and then I refereed in Cyprus at the Elite Neon Cup, and there's a video of that on the channel if you wanna go and see that. Would I ever dabble in 11-a-side again? No, I wouldn't. I could. Don't get me wrong. I could go and play football. I'd go play step 5, step 6, whatever, for sure. But I'm very focused on the refereeing now, so that's my goal. The jersey's behind me. Apologies. Let me show you. So this one is my old jersey. So that's who I used to play for, FC Miami City. That was in Florida. I was the goalkeeper there. And then this one here is Cheltenham Town Football Club. This is from 2001 to 2001 season, I believe. I was a mascot for Cheltenham Town in the FA Cup against Burnley, and the whole team signed it for me when I was a mascot. I was about 4 years old. Obviously the shirt didn't fit me at the time, but yeah, that's what that is. And then the medal is from the Elite Neon Cup. Yeah, refereed the girls' final, so was able to get a medal from that, which was nice. How do you fit in weekend games and videos and everything with a young family? Are you going to be driving further for games next season and subsequently lose more family time? Yeah, it's tough to be honest with you, Will. It helps now that I've left my job, so I'm doing the content full time and pursuing being a referee full time, so that certainly helps. But to be honest, a very supportive wife is number one. That's what I would say. So yeah, and we carve out specific days and evenings. So Friday nights, I don't do anything other than spend time with the family, 99% of the time. And then same thing on Sundays. Almost all the time, Sundays are explicitly family days. So try and carve some specific time out for that. Was it my first time in the States? No, as will, yeah, I'd have already explained now. Did we discuss the Messi incident? We did. I said that you wouldn't be surprised if it was a red card, but they may not have thought there was enough force to endanger the safety of the opponent there. How's the doorknob? I was actually looking for it before the stream and I couldn't find it. Oh, it's right in front of me. Now that I'm not looking for it, I can see it. It's over there. Right, doorknob on or doorknob off? Wait there. Yeah, I'm going to sign in. Right, hang on a second. I'm about to try something a bit juicy here. Right, how do we do this then? How do we do this? What's that? Here we go. Knob on. Right, here we go. I'm about to bring some unbelievable engagement. Right. I think I've done it. Nick will have to let me know if I've done it or not. There we go. I've started a poll. Doorknob on or doorknob off? Vote here, please. I want to see. There we go. Let me know. Right, I can see the votes, but I can't see the result, which is not ideal. So, I'm learning. Oh, here we go. 56% on. Oh, it's tight. I'm going to let it run. I'm going to let it run for a little longer. Pro streamer, exactly. I agree. Pro streamer indeed. I believe. Is that before they turned into Inter Miami or a different team? Different team entirely. Yeah, different team entirely. Exactly, Matt. Playing the 4th tier. Used to be the 3rd tier, now the 4th tier. Right. Closing the poll. What was it? What did it say? 53%, that's tight. Is that enough for a majority? That's the question. Is that enough for the majority? $54, yes. On, let's go. Cookie's excited. Hey, if you're excited, I'm excited. How about that? Right, let's get it on. Bear with. There we go. That was all for you. All for you guys. There we go. Doorknob's back on. Get excited. Democracy does win. We're a channel of democracy, right? We take on feedback and we implement it, and that's how we improve, right? So if you guys want the doorknob on, the doorknob will be on. Ask and you shall receive, as they say. There we go. One thing I always wondered, how would you feel about being the VAR ref? Oh, I don't know if it's for me, you know? Obviously I'd do it if they asked. They're like, Eric, Premier League's a bit short this weekend. You're free to, you know, watch on the screen and give us some feedback. And I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I am. Ivan, you absolute legend. Legend of the game. Welcome. Welcome in. If you don't know what the KMI panel is, you get early access to videos and you're going to vote on my decisions just like you did with the doorknob, but my actual footballing decisions before anybody else. And then we're going to track that from the start of the season to the end of the season, and we're going to see how accurate my decision making is throughout the year. My goal is to get better than the Premier League, which was 86% last season of key match incidents. So my goal is to get better than that. But yeah, thank you so much, mate, for supporting the channel. Yeah, really, really, really appreciate it. When are you refereeing again? July. July is when pre-season starts. No football in June, not allowed. So got to wait till July, and then we'll be back out on the pitch. I got some good plans for pre-season as well. 86% is rough in real time. Those guys are really bloody good. Yeah, yeah. I remember reading it and thinking like 86%. That's like, meh, you know, it's like 1 in 7 are wrong or whatever. But that's seriously, yeah, I think it's really impressive actually. Not allowed by law, or no, the FA don't have, you can't have sanctioned football in the month of June. So pre-season starts on July 1st. It's just the way it goes. I don't think 11-a-side football can happen in June. Maybe I'm just making this up. Everyone seems to, I thought this was common knowledge. Someone fact check me, please, because if I'm just waffling rubbish, that's not ideal. Someone fact check me, please. Alex says, could you share advice on how to start a career as a ref? Do you have to start at the lowest level? Or are there credentials that can get you, that let you start higher? You have to start at the bottom, almost everybody. There's a program in England now called through the PFA, the Professional Football Association, which has got some ex-players fast tracking the system, but even they have started out at grassroots. So everyone starts out at the same place, pretty much. Is the finger whistle better than the lanyard whistle? I love a finger grip. I love a finger grip whistle, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm going finger grip is better. I think it is better. I think it is. Which actually raises another question for me. Would you guys be interested whatsoever in watching whistle reviews? It's maybe the saddest thing on YouTube, right? Very referee specific, but would you be up for watching any reviews on whistles? Now, the way I would do it is compare whistle to whistle. So not just a standalone review, but compare the Fox 40 to the Valkene or the Sonic Blast to the Dolphin, you know, whatever. Would anybody be up for that? Let's see. Yeah. I don't think there's need for a poll here. I think the people are going to want it. I think you lot are going to want it. Stu, hi Eric. Looks like no accidents involving paddles. No comment, mate. No comment. Honestly, of all the games to get a black eye, paddle was not one I expected. It's not one I expected. But here we are. Yeah, all refs do start in the same place. Is CR7 washed? Oh, well, he's at the World Cup, so I don't know. What whistle do I use? I use a Sonic Blast mostly. Fox 40 Sonic Blast most of the time. Ivan says he used a finger whistle when I breath and kept me from keeping the whistle in my mouth. Yeah, exactly, like the guy in Cyrus told me not to do. Yeah, I do like a finger grip. Reason for me as well is in England it gets cold a lot. Obviously, we play a lot of football during the winter. So the idea of having to hold the whistle and like try and pick it up out of The lanyard is just a bit of a nightmare for me. I just like it attached to my hand. I just lift it. It's much easier. Also, I like having the whistle in my right hand. So I just attach it here, and it means I can write as well without it dangling. It's just my preference. Just my preference. You should referee a Sidemen charity match game. Look, if they want me, I'll do it. All right? If they want me out there with Clattenburg, I'll do it at Wembley. I wouldn't be against it, that's for sure. That's for sure. Prediction, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, mate. This is what it's all about. It's what it's all about. I would say whistle reviews a little niche, however, there will be an audience for it. Yeah, they're. I think there would be. I think there would be. You know, not to nerd out on whistles, but I love the sound of the NHL whistles. Ivan, find out what they are. What are they? Find out what they are for me, and I'll see if I can get one. I'll see if I can get one. Thought I was out partying again. No, those days are gone, Stu. Those days are so far gone, mate. I can't hack it anymore. The late nights are not for me. They're not for me. Is there a certain number of games you have to ref before you can be promoted? Yeah, there are. In England, you have to do 25 games to get promoted from 7 to 6, 25 games to get from 6 to 5, and then 30 games to get from 5 to 4, 15 of each, middle and assistant referee. Then from that point, you are on a league table with other referees, and it's solely based on that league table. Yeah. And here we go. We're back. We're getting back out. You'll see, I don't know if it's going to show it, but you'll see the sponsor, Rexona, which is known as Shaw in England. You'll see that under the arm, they've got the sponsor where there's no sweat patches, that's genius level marketing, that. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. NH whistles are the Fox 40 call, named after John Macaulay, Peerless. Yeah. Very cool. I'll have a look. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Does anyone know what the difference is between that and the typical Fox 40, or is it just... Yeah, I'll have a look. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Boop. So, Silver's the one who's been subbed off. Yeah, he was given a yellow for that tackle early in the game. Steve says, come on, Eric, ain't you like 24? No, mate, I'm 29. I'm old. I'm catching you up. I'm catching you up. Amaroff, I never thought I would enjoy seeing a video about refereeing, but cheers, mate. Almost watched all of your content for this year. You legend. I'm glad you've enjoyed it, mate. And thanks so much for watching. We really, genuinely, really appreciate it. So thank you, mate. It really may not sound as good outdoors versus an arena. Yeah, that's another thing to think about for the whistles, is how the frequency vibrates or like rebounds off of surroundings, because like the Fox 40 is great outdoors, but if you use it in an indoor hall, it's deafening. It's not fit for purpose. So it's good. 29 is not old. Yeah, well, that's what someone old would say. Anyway, back into the game. Are we going to see the same as the first half? What do you reckon? What do we reckon? It already looks like Congo is sat back a little bit again. Are they in that... in a slightly different formation? They don't look as organised, I'll be honest. Yeah, they are sitting in that back six again. With the fullback, he's not really a fullback, he's a midfielder, but he's pushing out on the transition from side to side. Yeah, Cookie, I reckon we'll do a whistle review, mate. I reckon. We'll put one out. We'll put one out and we'll see what the people think. You know, as you guys know, we are a democracy around here. Predictions for the England game, 4-0. 4-0 England. Ah! Almaroff's become a member as well. He's watched all the videos for the year and he's become a member. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Thank you for supporting the channel, mate. I cannot wait to share with you my good and bad decisions in the very near future. And you'll be able to vote on what you think it should have been. And we'll see if we can be better than the Premier League refs. Unlikely, but we'll give it a go. Unlikely, but we'll give it a go. So it's going to be an interesting half for footballists. I think Congo really could get something from this game. I may see a goal kick given. I think the referee would be thinking a few things from that first half, right? Oh, it's a really good decision. It is a goal kick. You can be thinking a few things. Thinking about that first half, how the game transpired, and then adjusting, I guess, that position and thought process in the second half. My feeling is that Portugal are probably going to come out a little bit harder than they were. Ronaldo was offside there, if he went to head that. Yeah, thinking about a few things. Staying in between the lines again, because Congo are still sitting deep when they're defending. And they're complaining again here about a foul of some sort. No, that's just not enough, is it? It's just not enough. Like, yeah, he's holding him a little bit, but thing is, holding itself is not an offence. This is something that is a bit of a something that's just not spoken about at all. Is holding itself is not an offence. Okay, so if we're stood against each other in the box and you're holding me, that is not an offence at all. It's only an offence if it impedes the opponent's progress or movement. So you can be holding a shirt and it not affect the striker or the oppositions, then that means it's not a foul. So holding itself is not an offence. It has to impact the player's movement. Alma's watched them all. I've got some work to do. Yeah, Ivan, there's always time. There's always time. I have a question. If there are multiple games going on in one arena, such as in non-league, how do players know it's you blowing the whistle or another referee blowing theirs? Yeah, it's a good question. That's why you should always take, well, I as a referee would always take more than one whistle to a game, especially when I'm refereeing in public parks and I know there's more than one pitch. So that way you know it's different sounds. I think as players you do have an intuition, you know, about like if it's been blown. Mate. Oh, bro, that is ridiculous, mate. Mate, that is absolutely ridiculous. Mate. Mate, I'm speechless, bro. What on earth? Mate, I'm absolutely blown away by that. I honestly don't know what to say. Mate, that's insane. Mate, everybody please thank Almaroff in the chat. That is so unbelievably generous. Mate, yeah, I don't know what to say, mate. It's unbelievable. Mate, that's incredible. That's incredible. Thank you so much. I hope that, yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed the content and that we continue to teach people about the realities of being a referee, etc., 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 etc. Yeah, that's insane. Thank you so much. I mean, yeah, I literally don't say that's insane, mate. Absolutely insane. Oh wow. And on top of the 50 gifted subs, I've just seen my first reversal of a goal kick to a corner. Absolute savage. Wow. They did it. They did it. So if you don't know, when a goalkeeper takes too long on a goal kick, the referee can count down from 5. Once they get all the way down to 0, the referee will reverse it and give a corner. And this is to prevent time wasting over giving a yellow card. And I like the rule, the law, sorry. I like the law, I do, because you delay the restart, you get a yellow card, the restart is still delayed. What difference does it make, really? Whereas this is a real deterrent, so I like it. But I can't concentrate. It's gifted 50 bloody memberships. How am I supposed to concentrate on the match? How am I meant to concentrate on the match? I'm very, very grateful, mate. Like, very, very grateful. Thank you. Thank you very much. But hang on, can't you then time waste on corners? Yes, yeah. The other way, yes. But you you typically see time wasting happen with goalkeepers at goal kicks, because on a corner you want to time waste, you usually just play the ball short and shield it. So I think that's why they've done it that way. Yeah. Yeah, mate, it's like always had respect for the refs. Oof, that is some tackle, by the way. That was incredible. Incredible. It's insane that my earphones are just pinging with people becoming members. Can't even hear the game anymore. I don't care. I'll be honest with you. It's not bother. It don't bother me in the slightest. Don't bother me in the slightest. Wow. Can you guys? I'm guessing you guys can hear the ping. Is it as well? Anyway, let me get back to the chat. What are people saying? I like that change. Me too. Terrible corner. Wasn't great. I honestly think this law is amazing. I like it. And I feel like the game is smoother. And I feel like there are less delays. And ultimately, as a football fan, that is all I care about. I just want to watch football. I just want to hear football, watch football. That's all I care about. Eric, what are your preferences on positioning from goal kicks, short and long, etc.? This is something I kind of struggled with, Harry. And I do mention it in a video. What video was it? I think it was Sharpness Quedgley, which is my final observation from level 5 to level 4. It's hard to explain. Short corners, I like to be in between the lines, and I like to be on the side of my assistant referee. Because if the ball gets played long, then it's going to be in between me and my other... Oh my gosh! Oh, offside! Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness. So we've just had... bicycle kick might be strong. Bicycle kick might be strong, but I'm giving him the credit of bicycle kick. And the assistant referee has chalked it off. They are onside from the first ball, but then the second ball off the chest, it's clearly offside. The assistant referee has made the right decision to chalk off the goal. But my word, that would have been some goal if given. And now Congo gone at the other end and got a corner. Crazy. So yeah, Saud, I'm guessing, is how we pronounce it. Yeah, gave it offside and absolutely correct. It's a really, really good decision. Will the World Cup example, Mike's referee cam in the leagues forced? No, it's not forced. It's completely optional for the leagues if they want the referees to wear cameras, etc. Stu, do you want to get in the EFL? Stu, I plan to go as far as they'll let me go. You know, I'll just keep refereeing, keep doing my best, and go as high as I get to go. Yeah, I got no limit on my ambition. Great delivery, and that's a good header away as well. Some tussling. Oh, Congo could have had a decent chance if that header was a bit more central. I swear Mark Clattenburg's setting along the lines with goal kicks to corners. Yeah, he did. He did mention it in an interview. I saw him on the overlap and he did mention about reversing decision. Oof. I think the referee would probably give a foul there. Yeah, good decision. So that's interesting here as well. You'll see that there's a foul committed in the box, but Congo also then had an immediate opportunity to score. So the referee is going to delay his whistle, because if he wrongly gives a foul and Congo score, then that's going to be very bad. So he identifies the foul, waits for Congo to have their chance, and then blows up for the foul. And that way we have no controversy. And then if they would have scored, he could have given the foul, and then it could have been checked by VAR. And so that's really good refereeing to wait and see there. Which is very different to how I would referee and how a lot of grassroots referees would referee, because you'd want to give that foul as quickly as possible if you don't have VAR, because you do not want the ball going in the back of the net and then you blowing the whistle. Ideally, you just give that as quickly as you can. But at this level, completely different. You know, completely different. Yeah, it was a good bicycle kick. I like how the refs have their name on the back. Oh, mate, Ivan, what's going on? Mate, what are you guys doing? What's going on? Oh, man. Ivan, you hero. You hero. Thank you, mate. Guys, I'm so unbelievably grateful for this. This is insane. This is insane. Oh man, you know what? Jack Borner has been a close mate of mine, best mate of mine, for years, and he's not forked out the pound. So he'll be absolutely buzzing. He'll be absolutely buzzing about that. However, I can't complain about Jack being tight because he's always the first one to go to the bar and buy a beer. So I'll take it all back. Nick, however, doesn't have a membership. I guess that's because he is the channel as well. I can't complain about that. But he does have a separate YouTube channel and he's not a member. So have a word. Oh, mate, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What is going on? We got an injury, but no one cares. No one cares, do they? Amron, that's just ridiculous, mate. Oh, man. It's ridiculous. Now, Prediction, you got to go, mate. It's been great to see you. Thanks so much coming in. Thanks coming in. More memberships given out than people in the channel. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I think people are saying more watch-alongs if and when you're free. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there, Steve-O. I'll be there. Man. Guys, what game would you guys want me to do a watch-along for? Almiron, Ivan, get first dibs. But what game would you like me? What game would you guys like me to do? I still need to figure out the schedule. So yeah, I'll do them if I can. Please let me. If you guys have not been lucky enough to be gifted a membership, you obviously still can become a member if you want to. It is 99p a month. We try and make it as accessible for everybody. It's the cheapest we could make it. So that's why it's that price. Maybe a Marciniak game. Yeah, it's a good shout. That's a good shout. Has to be Scotland, Brazil. When's Scotland, Brazil? When is that? Belgium, Iran, and England one. I can't do an England one. Ivan, mate, what? This is absurd. Absolutely ridiculous. Mate. Guys, there's no need for this. Do you know what I mean? There's absolutely no need for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm so unbelievably grateful. But I really don't know. Like, I'm not quite sure how to react. This is, as Cookie said, this is genuine madness. This is genuine madness. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that's 90 memberships that have been gifted. That's, bearing in mind, I'll tell you now, we had 271 before the stream. I know that for a fact because I'm sad and I know all my stats. So that we've added a third of people onto our membership, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Ridiculous. Amrov, thank you so much, mate. Ivan, thank you so much. It's just, yeah, just ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. I will 100% do the final. You've got my word on that, Plane. I will 100%. If it's England, God, that would be big, wouldn't it? That would be big. I'll do it if it's England. I will. I'll do it. I'll do it for you lot. Is this competition? No. Yeah, memberships on Twitch are a £5. Here on YouTube, I've set the membership at 99p or 99 cents, depending on where you live in the world. So yeah, they're not £5 here. Like I said, I wanted as many people to be part of the community as possible. But by making it free, you're obviously naturally then going to get people that may not vote correctly, may not actually care about refereeing, etc. So that's just why there's a small paywall behind it. But yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by this, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Cookie O'Dam, only €1. Yeah, it's only €1. Seeing as you're based in Belgium, like I said, would love to have you, and like I said, you'll get early access to videos, and you'll be able to vote on my decisions before they go out to the public, and you won't actually see what decision I gave. You'll just vote on it, what you think was correct, and then we're going to track that, and the majority would be the correct decision. Almiroz's gone again. What is this? This is, mate, that's a yellow card, actually. That's a warning, because that's too much, right? That's a warning, because it's too much, okay? GMG, you were gifted membership from this stream. Probably Almirov or Ivan. No, probably about it. It was one of them that gifted you the membership. So you can say you're welcome to them. You can say you're welcome to them. This is absolutely ridiculous. Just hopped on to thank the person gifted me a sub. Bean, you can thank Almirov, or you can thank Ivan. Yeah, it'd be one of those two. Rescind the yellow. VAR has said that it's incorrect. I know you'll be thinking, oh, actually, they can't check yellow cards. Well, they can here. It's my channel, and we can do whatever we want. So the yellow card is rescinded. Yellow card rescinded. Right, gone. Gone. Forget about it. All right? Should I go for the 100 total? Mate, I can't encourage it. I can't. It's ridiculous. Now, I can't quite wrap my head around it. It's so unbelievably generous, mate. I don't like... yeah, but it's so unbelievably generous. It's very cool, though, mate, because, like, when we started the channel, we put through referees through their course in my local area. And so some of the money that we do get from the channel, like profit from the channel, does go to, helping referees do their course, because it can be a bit of a cost. It's like £140 where I live anyway. So we have also done that for people. So some of this money will 100% be going towards people qualifying as referees. So yeah, thank you so much for that as well, mate. It all helps. Hope you come to Dubai one day. Hey, I would love to. I don't know if I can hack the heat with the ref in, but I tell you what, if I get an opportunity to go, I'll be there. And mate, you'll be the first one to know. You'll be the first one to know. Yeah, you really will be. Yeah, that's true, actually. Hero makes a good point. We should get Almirov and Ivan done for financial fair play. It's probably doubtful. Mate, what's going on? What's going on? Mate, this is crazy. And somehow Cookie still doesn't have one, poor guy. Mate, it's ridiculous. I don't even know what's happening in the game. Are we even watching football? Oh, I thought Congo were about to score. I literally know what to say. Math man, I don't know if you've done the math on that, but you've gifted 50 memberships, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. It's just ridiculous. Ivan had a question. What was it? I love the video where you and the refs had comms. How much do those cost? It varies, Ivan. You can buy comms for like $300-400. They're not actually as expensive as they used to be, and they'll do a good job. EJEAS is the brand that you'll be able to buy. Their earliest model, I actually think, is the best in the US. Looks like the refs missed a foul there. I don't think the ball was won, but it's insignificant, but that's definitely a foul. See, that's really good refereeing. Sorry, guys, I'm going to come back to the chat in a minute. This is insane. Oh, God, I can't concentrate. It's ridiculous. Obviously, we get a foul in front of the benches, and so you'll see the referee sprinting in to diffuse the situation, right? You don't want things to escalate in front of the bench, so he's driving right in to diffuse it, which is really, really good, and it looks like he's done it. Cookie said it's the YouTube girls telling me to get it myself. Maybe it is, mate. Maybe it is. Oh, man. I'm so lost here. Math man, that's just insane, mate. Like, thank you so much. Very, 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 very grateful. Yeah, no yellow cards for any of that. Just, yeah, he just calmed it down. He's done the work. Gosh. Thanks for my channel subscription, Jeepers. This is much better than the game. Sorry, the game, I forgot the game's even on. This is absolutely absurd. Cookie, do you have gifted memberships turned on? Who knew you could turn them off? Who would want it turned off? Who wouldn't want to be a member of Behind the Whistle? That's what I want to know. God, you find me someone, I'll be impressed. That's about the limit of when I want to see the referee putting himself between players. Yeah, I'm with you, Baddy, on that. I'm not a fan of it at all. Portugal, big chance. Ronaldo, oh, just wide. Just wide. Yeah, I agree. You don't really want to be getting in between players. I like running into the vicinity of what's happened, but the idea of getting in between players is not advisable. It's not, yeah, not advisable at all. You don't really want to be putting your hands on players. One, it can be taken the wrong way, right? Depends. Two, if they think you're a member of the opposition, they may lamp one on you, you know? There's all sorts of reasons you don't want to be touching players. All sorts of reasons. I mean, the screen is trying to catch up. Ivan gifted 10 memberships a while ago, but it's making a notification for everybody. So that's, we could be here a while. We could be here a while is all I'm going to say. Harry, commentator, no idea why the referee's running in like that. There's nothing there. Yeah, well, there could have been something there, which is what refereeing is all about, right? It's about being proactive. About being proactive. And there we are, in for another drinks break. Another hydration break, as I should say. Right, let's just settle a bit. Let's just settle. Regather ourselves. Settle down. Mate, it's been ridiculous. Mathman, Ivan, and Almaroff, please message me privately on like Instagram or something, please. Just so I can, you know, say thank you again. I obviously can't message on YouTube, so if you want to, you don't feel like you have to. But if you want to message me, please message me privately on Instagram. Yeah, I'd love to chat to you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, hydration breaks. I'm not a fan. I mean, in England we don't have any ads for this. Yeah, we don't have any ads. It's all football. But I've heard in the US you're getting an ad break for this. Is that right? It's criminal, really. Can we VAR Ivan? This is insane. Yeah, we could VAR him. So if you do have an ad break, basically what we're seeing on our screen is the managers talking to the players. So they've got an aerial spider cam over the top of the huddle, and we're seeing that conversation between the players and the manager. So you're going to see, yeah, you'll see the huddle, see the atmosphere, see what's going on. If you have ads and you can't see that, then that's a bit of an insight in what you're seeing, what we're seeing. Ivan said, bit of a story about getting in between players. When I was refereeing in high school, I went to a friend's game and they didn't have an AR, and they knew who I was, so they asked me to be an AR. So I did, and a fight broke out. And I grabbed my friend to bring him back and he elbowed me in the nose. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Even with the best intentions in the world, you're going to get an elbow from someone that you didn't expect to get an elbow from. And then they're going to get in a lot of trouble for elbowing a ref. Thankfully for your mate, you're his mate, so I doubt you reported him. But that's the danger. Not recommended, that's for sure. Not recommended. When is your next Ref Watch stream? Doc, probably early next week would be my guess. Maybe over the weekend. I need to check the schedule and games. Yeah, I need to check the schedule and games. Fox is showing ads. Telemundo in Spain is not. Yeah, nice. Yeah, the reason I can't do a Ref Watch this weekend is on Saturday I'm at my level 4 induction day. If you don't know what that is, basically level 4 is the step where you first go into the non-league pyramid, like the semi-professional game, depending on where you live. And so we have an induction day as all the level 4s across the country will be meeting there, all the new level 4s, to go through a training day and what to expect, etc. So that's an all-day event, so I'm not going to be back in time for the Netherlands-Sweden game, which I'd really like to watch because we've got an English refereeing team in the middle. And then On top of that, on Sunday, I've got my fitness test and it's Father's Day. So I'll be spending some time with the family on Sunday. I'm being told to buy a Jeep and a Coors Light. Yeah, well, I wouldn't do both. You might get in a little bit of trouble for that. It's not football if there's not a chance to get lamped. Some people would say that. Some people would call that the beautiful game, in fact, you know. In Hungary, we get a small ad only for the second hydration break. I see. You know the rule, you have 3 stoppages to be able to make a sub, but halftime doesn't count as one. Does the hydration break count as one? Big chance. Ronaldo just put it wide again. Steve, that's a great question, mate. Great question, which I don't know the answer to. Apologies. My guess would be you're not stopping the game, so no. That would be my guess. Someone else will know. Someone in the chat will know. Let us know, guys. Is that does that count as a stoppage? My gut would say no, but I don't know is the honest answer. The 4th official is with another guy with a tablet with the game on and they delay it until the ads are completed. It's insane. It's first national step, right? Yeah, effectively, yeah. So you leave your local county and you start officiating for the national FA. Exactly. The leagues are still regionalised, but you come under the national FA, not your local FA. Stu says, what do refs do during the summer break? They live stream the World Cup, mate. That's what they do. They live stream the World Cup. No, honestly, there's not a massive break. We went to Boston to referee. I think most people have a break, spend some time with the family, and then get training ready for the new season. To be honest, Spain versus Uruguay in 10 days. Yeah, I'll have a look, mate. Definitely. Nick will note down when Spain versus Uruguay is, and we'll have a look and see when we can do it. Do you think he will sub Ronaldo off? Well, he hasn't done. He's had these. I say he hasn't done much. He's had these 2 chances, so he's obviously getting into good positions. But the problem is, and I've always thought this about Ronaldo, not always, sorry. Once he got older, is he's almost too big, right? Like the coach is doomed if he does, doomed if he doesn't play him. You know, you can't really win. But the fact is, he's still Ronaldo, and he's still got the ability to do something special. And are we going to see something here? We're not. We're not going to see it here. Stu says, oh, God, I thought Congo were through then. Thought Congo were through. Do you start getting paid for travel? You do. Well, no, my league is actually inclusive of travel. £70 inclusive of travel. But to be honest, in my league, I wouldn't go much more than like 40 miles for a game. So it's not all that bad, to be honest. Oh, he's cut it back. Congo defending well. It's going to be an interesting last 15 minutes, this. It really is. Portugal are really starting to turn the heat up on Congo a little bit. But Congo look like they could have the opportunity to be dangerous on the counter-attack. So going to be an interesting last 15 minutes. Definitely that tempo's definitely risen for sure. Yeah, Stu, the unlimited subs in America was nuts, mate. Absolutely nuts. Terrible idea, frankly. You mentioned that new World Cup rules apply everywhere. No, hydration breaks are just World Cup laws. Well, every competition has the option of it, but it's exactly that. It's an option. It's not compulsory. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, Baddy. Like, I do want to be critical of the hydration breaks. But like we say, that is a tournament law rather than football law. So I can understand why they do it for the integrity of the competition. Just every game is, oh my gosh, Congo, the break here. They've really got an overload. Break it left. Cutting in. Play it out around the outside. Oh, he's cut it back. Oh! Great effort. Great effort. I'm losing track of the chat here. It moves so quick. Bristol Games. Yeah, I could have Bristol Games. Yeah, absolutely. I'm like 10 seconds behind. I'm like, so anytime you get excited. Sorry, dude. Well, I'm glad, that's good because I know people are ahead of me here in England. So at least you're not. That's nice. England lineups confirmed. Don't know what they are. I'll have a look after the game, or someone can drop the line up in here if they want to. In my over 48, does that mean over 48 league? That's a very specific age to go on the overs, over 48s. But I'm here for it, eh? I'm here for it. Those 47-year-olds are fit as fiddles, so makes sense. Can't wait to explain these new rules. Yeah, Harry, honestly, mate, I honestly have no idea what I do. That first pre-season game is going to be chaos. Going to be chaos. Portugal with a chance. Great block. Wan-Bissaka trying to draw a foul. He doesn't. Gets played, and that'll be a foul in the middle of the park. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka did do well to hold the ball up there. I wish youth games in America would limit 3 windows per half. Yeah, for sure. In that tournament I did, I just thought, well, you shouldn't be able to make any substitutions in like the last 5 minutes of the game or something. It would have been easier. Game's getting lively. It is. We're going to start to see it. Both teams think they can win this, so I think the referee is going to have to be, well, the referee team are going to have to be very vigilant now going into the final stages of the game, for sure. For sure. Emotions can fly really high. This is ultimately the World Cup, so yeah, we've got to be on top of things. I don't know if they do hydration breaks in the MLS. I don't think so. I don't think they do. I think it can be agreed before the game. It's not a competition-wide thing. People always have the option. Man, England, Croatia is after an hour. I've got work tomorrow. What a bummer. Yeah, it's a killer, man. These time zones are crazy. Absolutely crazy. But that Spain-Uruguay game is also very late. So, very, very late. So my ref qualification is Buckinghamshire. So if I wanted to ref where I am now, would that mean I have to do something with the Brummie Council? No, nothing to do with the council. You'll just have you'll have a Birmingham County FA, which is actually really well run. I know the referee development officer there. The referee signalled for an indirect free kick. I'm guessing it was offside. Is that right? Or is he given a foul? Must be offside. Yeah, he's given offside. He's given an indirect signal, so it must have been offside there. Yes, AR's flagged for offside after the foul, so it'll be brought back for that. Yeah, Steve, you won't deal with the council. You'll deal with your local FA, and it's actually really well ran. It's a young lad called Max who is actually quite active on TikTok as well. He's actually got a referee documentary on YouTube. You can check that out. And then Kieran is the referee development officer, and he's a Football League assistant ref and a good guy as well. Pickford, O'Reilly, Conser, Stones, James, Rice, Anderson, Gordon, Madueke, Bellingham, Kane. Interesting. With you able to ref non-league, there's a chance we might see on a bunch of amateurs for Dorking games. Maybe. I need one extra promotion for that. Yeah, I need one more promotion. Level 3, and then I'd be running the line on the National League North and South. So maybe if I get another promotion. Would be a huge W for Congo if they tie. It would be a great result. But I'll be honest, like, I think they got a chance of snatching a goal here. I know they're sitting back and letting Portugal come to them, but I wouldn't be surprised if I see them snatch a goal here. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I know in the USL Championship they don't unless certain temperatures. Yeah. I think it's the same. Hydration breaks are just optional competition, and the World Cup just decided to do it in the spirit of fairness, I guess. Don't forget us when they get promoted, eh, mate? I'm never forgetting 90 gifted subs, 100 gifted subs, whatever the ridiculous number was. I'll have to check after the stream, but mate, it's absurd what you guys have done today. I can't quite explain how grateful I am for it. And with Congo on the attack, it's a poor end product. They got into a really good area, and now we're going to see Portugal break. I think we're going to get into a bit of an end-to-end here, guys. I think this game might really open up. Any chance of getting the Xbox 360 headset with camera? Mate, if only. I'll tell you what, I tried to, I inquired about the ref cam that the World Cup referees are wearing, and it would cost me €800 a day to rent. So it's not quite in the budget yet. Gonna need a few more gifted subs before we can afford that. The referee's given a foul against Portugal there for holding. And now we're getting a bit of back chat between the players. Temperature's starting to rise in these last 10 minutes. Going to be interesting to see how the referee handles it. Who's setting that price? Yeah. I mean, it's quite innovative, but 800 euros a day is a bit steep for us at the minute. Yeah, $800 a day, yeah. I did, wow, $1,000, 800 euros, so $1,000 per day to rent the camera. It was a lot. Are you at the level of Chippenham, Bath, Gloucester, etc., Southern League Prem? I will be running the line on that level, Mark, yes. So I officiate at the steps below, so step 5 and 6, so think like the Hellenic League. And then I'll be running the line on the Southern League and the Southern Prem. Exactly that. Make your own ref cam, yeah, well, I'll add it to the list. YouTuber, referee, husband, dad, inventor, whatever, add it, another string to the bow, why not? With the VO camera, that subscription, ain't it? How much does that set you back? Yeah, VO's camera is about 1,300 quid for the first year. But they do have a big deal going on at the minute. I think it's about 1,100-1,200 quid. The camera's free if you buy a couple of their subscriptions, which we're actually going to transition to. We were using Pixelot last year, but we will be changing to VO for the quality of the footage. So you'll see that change going into the new season as well. It might look silly, but why not just use GoPros? We're not allowed. You're not allowed to wear a camera unless it's provided by the competition, and that's just not going to happen. So when we go out and do these tournaments abroad, we wear a DJI, what's called a DJI Nano. It's like a GoPro, and we attach it to our chest. That's how we get the footage when we go abroad. I like that. iPhone duct tape to the forehead, no nonsense. That's the way to do it. Yeah, it is Almaroff. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. The new camera stuff from the sidelines has been awesome. Thank you, mate. You can thank Nick for that. That is Nick on the camera. And you are going to get that all of next season. That is the standard now. Okay, so we're going to have the VO cam and we're going to have the camera on the sideline. So you should see an elevation in the quality of the content from this season going forward, which we're super, super excited about. We really are. Ivan, nice one, mate. Thank you, dude. I'll check it out after the stream. Yeah, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I don't check my messages often, but I'll be checking it after. I'll look out for your message. Thank you. Google Glasses might be a legit option. Not sure about the quality, but they can't stop you wearing glasses, right? You're not allowed. I don't think I'd actually be allowed to wear them. I thought about it, the Meta glasses and stuff, but no, it's just not possible, unfortunately. I'm not able to do it. I've just done some scouring of the rules. You do use one of your substitution windows during a water break. It doesn't explicitly say that, but if it appears that it doesn't list it as an exemption. Interesting. What's the exact wording of substitutions then? What's the exact wording of it? Yeah, exactly, Amroff. It's not, unfortunately. It's not worth the risk. When does your season start next year? Pre-season starts 1st of July. Season starts whatever the first Saturday is in August. I think it's the 4th. Could be wrong. It's whatever the first weekend of August is. That's the first weekend of matches. And hopefully it'll be the first round of the FA Cup, the extra preliminary round. That would be the dream first appointment for the season, but I don't think I'll get one being in new level 4, but you never know. I would love to get an early round in the FA Cup. That would be special. Alex, do I have a goal or hope for the next promotion? What's realistic? I do. Honestly, look, what's realistic? Every level 4 gets a year without being able to be relegated. So I get a full season and I cannot be relegated. You basically get a free hit, but you can get promoted. So why not aim for promotion in the half season? So my dream is promoted by the January. That's the ideal. Will that happen? Probably not, but we'll give it a good go. Failing that, end of season promotion. And then if I don't get promoted then certainly by the end of next season, my goal is to be promoted. But ultimately, I can't actually control it. Oh, great hands by the goalkeeper. Nearly spilt it. Yeah, realistic's a hard one. I guess it depends on the game, the observer, my performance those games. Look, I think it's realistic to get promoted in my first season. I really do. And we get another yellow card. 2. Who's that? Semedo. Nelson Semedo. Bit of a cynical foul, wasn't it? Pretty nailed on. He's driving forward. Semedo tries to jump around the side of him, ends up bringing the player down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a yellow card for stopping a promising attack. Interestingly, in England, we don't have a code for stopping a promising attack, unlike other countries. I know in America, you guys have SPA. In England, we don't. We don't have that. We just put it down as foul tackle. We don't have a specific code for it. 1st of August. Nice, guys. Appreciate it. Aim for the moon. If you miss, you'll likely land in the stars. Exactly, Steve-O, mate. Exactly. Exactly. The thing is, I think a lot of people get scared to set out clear goals because they might fall short of them. Oh, Congo keeper's come flying out there. He's dealt with that really well. Manuel Neuer-esque from back in the day. But look, if you aim for something absolutely ridiculous and you fall short, it's still a hell of an achievement. There's nothing wrong with failing. It's absolutely... If you don't fail, you don't aim high enough, I'll tell you that. If you're never failing, you're not aiming high enough. You should be failing all the time and learning. That's what it's all about, to be honest. Who makes the decision for promotion? So you get observed game to game. Every referee will get observed 5-6 times a year, something like that. And then it's based on your average marks. Yeah, it's based on your average marks. So you'll be in a league table with all the other referees, and whoever gets the highest average marks will get an automatic promotion, highest 1 or 2 or something like that. And then some others might be invited to an assessment day where you'll be assessed by FA coaches and observers, and they'll select a few from that day, from that pool. Portugal attacking again here. We've got just a minute left. Well, no, we're about to hit the 90th, and we're going to have some added time. My guess is probably 5 minutes would be my guess. We're yet to see the board go up, though. Oh, just wide, and it is 5 minutes added on. So here we go. Last 5 minutes of the game. Portugal really putting the pressure on. Be an interesting last 5 minutes. Ivan says the one reason I like your videos is because you take the feedback from your peers and use it. Mate, 100%. It's just so important, you know, like, I don't know everything as much as sometimes we like to believe that we do. So the best thing you can do is take the knowledge and the insight from people that have been further ahead than you, or even at the same level or lower, that have a different perspective, and implement what works for you. It's absolutely, like, so necessary. I think it's probably one of the best attributes you can have, and which is why I'd always aim for it. And I'm not very, very coachable, but I try my best to be. Yeah, I just think being coachable is so important to improving. I really, really do. How do you know what games you're being observed? You know, yeah, the observer, you're alerted beforehand, and the observer comes to watch, and you talk to them and X, Y, Z. Back in the day, you didn't know that you were being observed. It was a surprise. And as you get higher up the levels, you're actually scouted. You're not observed in the same way. You don't know that you're being watched. Is there relegation as well? Yes, there is. Yeah, absolutely. You can be reclassified back down to level 5. And we've got some trouble on the sideline here. What's that? Looks like the Congo player was maybe getting involved with the bench. Referees intervened really well there, stopped it escalating, which is great. But yeah, you can absolutely be reclassified back down to level 5. Oh, that doesn't look good, and that's going to be another yellow card. I can understand the calls here for red card, serious foul play. That didn't look good, did it? It didn't look good. The player's coming in at a lot of speed. We'll have to watch it again. It didn't look good from the first time, but God, it doesn't look good at all. Okay. Oh, the arm does come later. I'm torn. it's not a clear red card for me. His head hits the guy's chest and then the arm comes across. I don't think it reaches the threshold personally. I don't think so. But I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I'm just seeing it in slow motion. In full speed, there looks like a lot of force. Yeah, it looks like we're going to play, are we? Yeah, I think on-field decision's okay there. It's not a clear error for me. It's not a clear red card. It's not good. Don't get me wrong. It's not good. But I don't think it's... I don't think that's a red card personally. The thing is, like, you got yellow for reckless play, and then you can also argue it's a yellow for stop a promising attack. But unfortunately, those two don't come together. You just punish the more serious offence. So just because there's two yellow card offences in one doesn't mean you can give a red card. It doesn't quite work like that. So yeah, but I can see why people think a red card, arm across the neck like that, for sure. But I'm not sure that the player caused it, if that makes sense. The guy's head's hit his chest and then the arms come across. But I'll be honest, I didn't get to see it in real time from a good angle, only slow motion. And then Benjamin makes a good point. I thought hands to neck or face was a red. So that's a really, really good point he's made in the chat. And you'd be right, but only when you're not challenging for the ball. So the argument there is that that's not violent conduct, right? The ball's knocked it round for him, and he's then gone to block him in relation to the ball. And so it wouldn't come under violent conduct. But it's a really good point that you raise. And you could 100% argue that he's not challenging for the ball, so it's violent conduct. You could absolutely argue that, and you would not be wrong. You would not be wrong. So you'd have grounds in law to give a red card there for sure. For sure. Congo breaking forward. We've got about 20 seconds left. Portugal make the tackle, but they've lost it. So Congo are going to have a throw in here on the edge of the box coming towards the end of the game. Yeah, not quite Dogso either for me. By the time he'd get that ball, they'd be covering defenders, etc. It wouldn't have quite gone to Dogso for me. Oh, we're getting some trouble here again. Oh, and the referee blows the final whistle. It could be an early end of game, but the clock on the TV is not always reflective as the clock on the referee's watch. Guys, that was good fun, wasn't it? Eh? That was good fun. Thank you everyone that tuned in, by the way. That was so enjoyable. And if I didn't have prior arrangements, I would be streaming the England game, but I do. So I'm going to leave, not right now though, because I just want to say thank you very much for the support on the channel. Guys, it was absolutely ridiculous. Mathman, Ivan, Almaroff, absurd. Absolutely absurd. I cannot wait to click off this stream and go and check the members area. Guys, if you haven't already, you can join the Discord community. Anyone that's a member will be added to some special channels so that you can receive those clips once we go into the new year. But guys, thank you so much again. I really enjoyed it. Good result for Congo. I think probably deserved to be a draw. Sorry, mate, I don't have the Discord link. You can have a look in the description. It'll be there. Firm believer. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I love you guys too. Cookie says he genuinely enjoyed the watch along. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you join the membership for the Euro. But yeah, mate, Discord's in the description of this video. If you don't see it in the description of the video, you can go onto the main channel page and you'll see it there. But guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it as always, and I'll see you on the next